Hello and welcome. Feels like I ain't done this for ages, and as you can see, I ain't. I've got really busy with my building works. I've been bricklaying and got a bit lazy, I guess. It's nice though, actually. I quite liked it. But do you know what I have missed? My straight razors. Genuinely, like about 5 days of not shaving, I was like, oh man, I want to shave. So today I'm going to be shaving with Captain Fawcett's. Nice, very nice. My old Chubby too, synthetic. Old Simpson brush. And I've got to do a little shave test on, I've got this Mr. Carl Victor, an MK31. She's a nice example. There's barely a mark on it. And the reason I've got to shave test this is because it's actually come to me shave ready, and I didn't really realise basically. And I bought it, and there was a little note in it that said this has been sharpened by, well, a man in Eccles Tuna. I'm saying that right? In Sweden. And I've checked it under the scope and everything, and it looks good and looks a bit different to the edge I'd put on, I must say. So I don't know what they've done to it, or definitely a fair amount of stropping's gone onto it, I think. So anyway, yeah, I'm gonna do a little shave test on that, just to test if it is shave ready, because I'll be listing that this week. Ooh, it's bloody nippy here in the UK, in England. And the other razor I'm going to shave with today, and this is my prime razor, this is the one I want to shave with, is my Parker Razor, but she's been revamped. This is at the full Monty on this. It is a Parker 1001 made in one of the most famous Japanese factories, and basically just one of the best razors ever made, in my opinion anyway. Like, this is one of my most favouriteest razors. This is never leaving me until I leave it. It is just, well, to me it's just lovely. It's even got like a really nice grind pattern on the front here. I don't know if you can see it. See if we can get it somewhere focusing. It's hard to see, but it's got this, it has got a word that describes it, but it's gone right out my head. So I'll put new scales on it. I've put these new material, well, not new material, a new style of the material I've been using. It's like a black mop, I think he called it, and it's got my standard little G10 spacer between two little like slivers of brass. Nice sort of big chunky collar on that side, and then we just got these lovely little brass, but they're called Solingen type collars, but they're nice either way. And on this side it says Parker Razor Co Ltd, and on this side it says Parker, made in Japan, Tokyo, highest carbon steel, Swedish steel 1001. So as I've had this at the scales, I've completely, I've done my best by it basically. I can't, the steel on this, it says highest carbon steel. So this is nearly 1.2 from the research I can find, nearly 1.2 of carbon, and that's a lot, hell of a lot. Supposedly like Sheffield were like 0.8, Soligen 0.9, maybe up to 1 sometimes, but yeah, so as you can tell, that's where it's very high basically. And you can even tell that because I've done a bit of sanding on this as well, because it had a few marks I tried to get out, but it's still got this little kind of historical kind of almost pit in here, and well, it's still there basically. Sandpaper weren't touching it. I went down 400, and I won't go in any more than that, less than that, whatever way you want to look at it. But I've got no scratch marks from my sandpaper, and it's even still got some of the machine marks going that way, so I didn't even get them out. And it's just how hard the steel is. It really is just amazing. I miscalculated the third little stabilizer, and look how close it is. So with sandpaper I just had to very gently take off about 1/2 mil from the tip, and I ain't kidding you, it took me ages. I couldn't quite believe it. It was just like, wow, some hard steel. Very hard. But let's have a look at it, man. Ugh. Yeah, so I've been a bit distant on the old YouTube, but it's because I got busy. This time of year I always get busy, and this year more busier than normal, we'll say. Just trying to sort out jobs as well, you see, it takes up a lot of my time. I've had kind of some, well, not emergency, because you can't really call them emergency, but urgent jobs coming in. I've had to take over, well, from a dude that had basically a heart attack on site, well, on the job that he took. So one of my mates rang me up and said, like, can you come and finish it, like? And I was like, yeah, I can actually, because I was in between doing stuff that week. I've got some fencing to go and fix as well. Had lots of wind here, and I'm trying to find like a really nice peppermint or mint soap. So if you've got any ideas, I know Taylor of Bond Street does a peppermint, and Sterling Soaps does a eucalyptus mint, which I'd really like to try, but I can't bloody find it. I can't even find it in Europe. I'm not paying all that stupid, you know, like, I'm not importing bloody soap, let's put it that way. So it's a bit annoying though. I can find nearly all the other scents. I can even find like another mint one or a glacial one, but I don't want to try a menthol one. Like first, I want to try just a nice mint, so that it can wake you up a bit. And I just love mint anyway. You know what I mean? I have mint sauce on my dinners, and I grow mint in my garden, and it's just lovely mint. Yeah, 7 days. I could have had a shave yesterday, but I thought, well, let's go the whole 7 days. And I've scheduled in my giveaway video now as well, so I think, well, I'll put this up probably today or tomorrow, and it'll be roughly about a week, and I can do I'm going to schedule it in for next Monday basically. I'll do the little video. I know what razors I'm going to give away now as well. Well, not them, one, but I'll give a choice of two. I'll do a wedge and do a hologram, so whoever gets it gets a choice, like. And again, that's just as a thank you for putting up with me, really. I never thought I'd get 100 subscribers, let alone, I don't know, it's like 106 now or something. I know that it's not really a lot in terms of YouTube, well actually it's completely insignificant in terms of YouTube, but straight razors is such a little niche thing, do you know what I mean? It's like, you know, how many people in the world shave with straight razor now? Not that many. But through this medium, and through my eBay, and soon to be some other bits, you know, I've got some people shaving with them, man, and it's like, makes me quite proud, I must say. Because, like I said before, you know, it's got many a benefit other than just a nice clean shave. You know, men's mental health's a big thing, man. And we all need to do manly things because we're men, you know, and if you don't, you need to find these manly things, and they help you, you know, well, be a better man in a way, I think. Alright, so the dude in Eccles Tuner certainly knows what he's at. Wow, that's a proper MK31, that is. Look at that, that's tight, that is. I could tell by the way it was popping some hairs off my arm. I was a bit like, yeah, that's definitely shave ready. I'll be sending him a message and asking how he did it. Lovely. So I've got another MK31 that needs some scales. I'm in an R-ing with to match it to the one that's my keeper. Wow, that's definitely shave ready, that is. Hoik that off. Hoiked it straight off. Oh dear. The bloody weather, man. In the UK the last few weeks, all we've been having is rain, 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 rain. Right, come on, Mr. Parker, you got something to live up to now. And it does. And that was without a doubt anyway. You should see the quite noisy for a half hollow as well. Yeah, this is a half hollow as well. God, look, all that hair. It looks strange to my eyes, that does. I was going to say, yeah, sorry. You should see the bevel on this. Like the shine it gets onto the 12,000 Shapton. It's really quite impressive. Like really pretty in a way. And it's got a lovely frosted edge on this from a Jnat now as well. And you can always tell good steels with the Jnat, because the Jnat will tell you basically. So like if it's just sort of Sheffield steel that's on the lower end of kind of carbon, it gets a bit scratchy. Whereas if it's like real good high carbon stuff, it goes really frosted. It's interesting to observe. I've got how noisy this is. This is only my second shave of this razor. If you go back through my videos, it was in, excuse me, it was around Christmas time, because this is a present from my wife and my child. That's what makes it even more special, you see. I've been hunting for a Parker. I was actually hunting for a 501, I think they are. But this is basically exactly the same. I've looked at all sorts of photos. You know, I've spent many an hour trying to look at it. I can't tell what's different. They're both half hollow. They've both got the same tip, same size. Lovely chubby that is. Yeah, it's interesting to shave that much hair on me. God, that's like, well, I don't know, it's about 4 mil of growth in a week. It's not something I do anymore. It's quite fluffy, if you know what I mean, to touch it. Gone past its bristly stage. It's no match for the old Parker 1001. The reason I changed the scales on this, whether you remember or not, is because they were celluloid and they weren't original. And it turns out the pivot pin was a nail. I did kind of suspect it was, but when I took it out, it was. Old school, that is. Works, though, if you need to, you know, if you're in a bind and you need something to fix it, that's how you do it. Get an old nail. One end's already done for you. So I kind of always plan to do the handle anyway, the scale, sorry. I'm gonna do my 14 pattern Hope next, when I get like a kind of spare day, just mulling around what kind of fashion to do it in. I might actually do it out some horn. I think that's got original scales, but they're just not fitting for such a lovely razor. And they are celluloid, so it gives me an excuse, you see. I quite like getting a razor now, like a good, you know, actual razor blade that's got damaged scales, because then I can really make it my own then. And it kind of encourages me to keep it, if you know what I mean. Not that I need bloody excuses, I must say. Right, let's go against the old grain. It's got quite a nice balance to in the hand. A bit more brass in it. I even put brass in the kind of like what, I don't know what you call that bit actually, like the stabiliser bit on the third pin. My obsession with these Parkers, I've only got one. I can't even find other ones because I am looking. So if you're hiding any and you want to sell it, but I really just like, even like they're like stamped, like the whole Parker bit, it's just really well done. The whole lot of it just basically screams quality. Screams quality in a very Japanese way. If you're wondering why I quite often put the razor flat on my face, it's just to refine my angle, because I find sometimes when I flip from side to side that it's almost like my eyes want to go in like a weird, well, they don't judder, but it's just I call it like a reset. Like it just resets it, you know. And I get less nicks, I found, since I've started kind of doing it. I didn't really see it anyway, I just sort of started doing it. Lovely. Well, what a lovely shave. Just love it. It's definitely one of my most favourite razors. Like all my Japanese razors I just love, but there's something about this. It's like I said, like just look at the stamp. Let's try and get it. There we go. I think that's kind of getting it there, isn't it? But just even the stamp work, it's just like it's almost got like a 3D kind of look to it. Very impressive. I just love it. Nice. Certainly is a razor to treasure. Like I said, I can't even find Parkers for sale. Like there's a few on eBay, but they're wedge type and quite big. The only funny thing I find with these scales is they move around a little bit, like, but then they kind of pop back into shape. Get some moisture back in the old skin. So I did actually find like a little peppermint, cedarwood. Oh, do you know what? I can't really remember now. Oh yeah, I do. Cedarwood, tea tree, and mint. It's made by an artisan, a lady in the UK. It's only a little like 80 gram sort of bar, I believe. But she does some like 150 sort of grams pots as well, so if I like it, I can always get some more. I kind of like finding the little soap makers out there. There's so many in this country for being such a little country in a way. But we've always had a very arty and crafty background. Right, well I think that's about it though, isn't it? Nice show, man. Happy as Larry with that. Just so nice to use that razor. Been clucking to use it as well for weeks. Just trying to find the time to bloody do the scales. You know, because when you do the whole 9 yards like that, you're talking, I don't know, four hours at least. And like, I'm really good at like not scratching the scales up, like in the peening and process and all that. But you still got to scratch them with your sandpaper, especially if you're going to use them kind of like bullseye sort of stacked collars, even though they're not stacked. You know, you're still going to end up scratching it because you've got to sand them down, you see. You can use files, but if you touch the plastic with a file, you've got to go down to like 400, 600 grit then to get it out. Right, well yeah, that's it. Remember, a good day can start with a good shave. I'll see you later. Toodaloo.